worry about having a decent job and making enough money so you can make a life for yourself. See, these are the kind of things that I intend, and I'm doing in the campaign, of reaching out to young people and saying, come on, participate. As someone who started in politics at a very early age, I first ran for office when I was 20 years old, and 40 years ago now. I understand what it is that moves young people to get involved. And I also understand why people won't do it. And if you have a government that comes from a place of integrity, young people will align with that. If you have a government that comes from a place of hope, young people will align with that. Comes from a place of education, economic prosperity, you'll get people to participate. So there's no easy answer except to say the awareness that any leader has must encompass the hopes of young people. I'll give you one more question since you're talking about young people.
When you asked you about the Social Security situation, because Bush had already said that his address is...
Well, what about Social Security? Young people are, it's interesting, that question comes up for young people, from young people often. 2007, Social Security is rock solid through the year 2040 without any changes whatsoever. Now, I'm more than concerned about having, one candidate for president, Hillary Clinton, at the last presidential debate. She keeps talking about a bipartisan commission to look at Social Security. Let me tell you, when you hear that, hold on to your wallets, okay? Because let me tell you what it means. Let me tell you what it means. It means that commission will then make the decision. Since she's getting all this money from Wall Street, I don't know how strong she's going to be in resisting the efforts of Wall Street to try to grab onto the Social Security funds for the purpose of privatizing them. Let me tell you where I stand. No to any privatization of Social Security. Not a chance. Wall Street can pack it in when it comes to Social Security. Not a chance. Number one. I don't need a bipartisan commission. I can count. Really, think about this. I mean, a president, the minute you want to pass off a decision that you don't want to have to take responsibility for, you create a commission. Why, let's create a commission on trade. Millions of jobs lost to NAFTA. Cancel NAFTA. Let's create a commission on health care. Get the for-profit sector out of health care. I mean, I'm talking about being president. You want to elect a commission, put a commission on the ballot. I'm running for president, and I'm saying Social Security is rock solid through 2040. Now, George Bush has borrowed some money from Social Security. He's got to pay it back. This has been a practice of many administrations. Borrowing money, they have to put the money back in. But let me tell you, there's a couple different ways to keep Social Security solvent. One is, let's have real economic growth. I mean, the books on economic growth right now are so phony. We're probably already in a recession and haven't been told it, okay? Because we've had growth, quarterly growth has been fairly flat, okay? We need to prime the pump of the economy, get people working, and then paying money into the system, right? That's one way. Now, if you maintain current growth projections, which I think are low, under Kucinich's presidency, the growth curve is going to go like this. But right now, if you keep going rather low, it's real easy. You lift the caps. You pay a little bit more so that people will keep the system solvent. Now, hold on. Follow this. Just follow this thinking. Senator Clinton has been resistant to lifting the caps. I wonder why. I wonder if, because if you lift the caps, that's automatic Social Security protection, okay? It seems to me the reason why she doesn't want to lift the caps and why she has this plan for a bipartisan commission is, and she has all the support from Wall Street, I don't know, add 1 plus 1 plus 1, and maybe this is about a plan for privatization. Now, she won't admit that, but I'm looking at all these signals here that she's given. She's not the only one. I mean, all the Republicans are talking about, they would favor privatization of Social Security. I mean, they've been fighting that ever since FDR was president, okay? They're still mad that he got elected president. And we had a president who understood. The young people are here. Let me tell you why Social Security was created. We had massive poverty among the elderly in the country in the 30s, right after the Depression. They had things called old folks' homes that people were terrified they were going to be sent to a home where just old people who were barely surviving. And so there was, and if they were lucky enough, there were people dying of poverty in their elderly years. What Social Security did, it changed all that. It made sure that when people got to their senior years, after a life of work, there'd be something for them to survive. It's just a wonderful system, and it's worked. Never missed a payment, okay? And so, this system is a generational compact. People, our parents, grandparents, they did work, and while they're working, what do we get? We get to go to school, we get fed, we have shelter, so they can't work anymore. We're able to work. We owe something to them. It's just an intergenerational compact. When you break that compact down, and you say one generation doesn't have any responsibility to the next, look out, every person for himself or herself. That is not a society anymore. It's Darwinism brought down to a level of personal interaction, and everything gets destroyed. So, if we believe that there's a social purpose in government, if we believe that government has a responsibility, Social Security, education, health care, this is a way that we can help people have a better life. But I don't want young people thinking Social Security is going to be there for them. It'll be there for them. And it'll be there as long as you have a president who's determined to protect Social Security. Yes, just looking around for hands here. I have, okay, in the back again, way in the back. Yeah.
Hi. I was born in this country, but my mother and all my family were born in Colombia. And I was wondering, how do you feel about the illegal immigrant situation? And why do you believe that it takes so long for illegal immigrants to get their citizenship?
Well, my first response is, I know legalos humanos. Okay, there's no illegal human beings. And this is really... How many people in this audience are first, second, or third generation Americans? Somebody came from another country. Okay. People ask me, what do you think about all these immigrants? I say, the name's Kucinich. People came from Europe. As we've had a lot of people come from different countries here. When we keep attacking immigrants, who are we attacking? Ourselves, okay? I have a real concern with the inflection on our immigration policies. How it's been just all about an attack on immigrants. In any country, when the economy goes south, immigrants are the most convenient scapegoat. And you pile it onto this climate of fear, where everyone who has a different color, a different accent is suddenly suspect, you have a real problem in America these days. So